Do you run a COVID vaccine site? Well, this is the video for you. Hi, I'm Arn with SimpleTix.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build an entire registration portal where patients can see all the available time slots there are and book their appointment online. This will help you reduce foot traffic at your vaccination site. I'll also show you how to do things like take payments, take donations, or ask attendee questionnaires. All right, well, let's dive in.
All right, now let's create our SimpleTix event. So I'll give it a title here. We'll call it COVID-19 vaccination as our event title. And we'll give it a category. And let's go with community as the category. I see it down here on the list. And we'll give it the venue name. So this is the name of where the parking lot is, or the school, or the municipality building, whatever it is. Go ahead and put the venue name in there. So in this case, we're going with a sample here of XYZ Pediatrics of Asheville. Now we'll put in the address. So I'll copy and paste it in right now. All right, and now we'll put the details. It says about the event, but in this case, you would probably put details about the vaccination. Is it Moderna? Is it Pfizer? AstraZeneca? Whatever details you want to put about the event, you can put it in here. If there any precautions that you want people to take, like for example, hey, if you're not feeling well, please don't come for this event. If there's any things you want people to take, like water before or after, any kind of details that would help people, you want to put right here. So I'll go ahead and put some sample details in right now. And now we'll drop in an event image. So in this case, it's a standard vaccine picture. So I'll just drop that in just like that. Click done, and I'll click next. All right, so this is where the magic is. We're going to want to create a reoccurring pattern. So I'll choose the option here to schedule multiple dates and times. Now we're going to be offering this 6 days a week. We'll say Sundays we're closed. So to do that, I'll go over here and I'll say it's weekly, and I will say it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I'll say that it starts January 15th. And we're just going to do the first month right now. So I'll go all the way out to February 15th for now. And I will say the very first time slot will be from 7 a.m. to 7:30. And if I like to add additional time slots, I can totally do that. I would recommend it. So let's say it's 7:30 is the next one, and that would go to 8. Pretty much every 30 minutes we'll be doing this. So I'll say next it's 8 to 8:30. And I will now do 9 to 9:30 and 9:30 to 10. And you get the idea. So I won't go through all the time slots of the day, but that's just kind of how to do it. I just kind of did from 7 to 10. I did those time slots right there. Now I will click on Save. And I'll click Next down here. This event doesn't have reserved seating, so I didn't check that checkbox in the bottom. All right, so now we have, they call them ticket types. But in this case, you could do things like, you could say like adults. If you wanted to limit the capacity, you could totally do that right here. Yeah, we'll call it county residents for the ticket type here. And pretty much, we really want to limit the number of people per time slot. So let's say we want a maximum of 25 people per time slot. So we can put 25 there. The quantity, we don't have to worry about that over here too much. It's completely free for county members. But if you did want to charge a fee, you could totally put that here. Like for example, $50 if that was the fee. But for now, I'll make it free. And if you want to say like, non-county residents, you could do something like that there. And if you did want to limit them to be like a lower number of just like for example 10 is a maximum per time slot, you could do that. Yeah, so we're good now. I'll click done. So this is basically going to create all of those ticket prices for all of those time slots. So it's going to do that right now for us. And now it's completely created. Let's take a look at our event page. Now let's check out our registration page. So here's all the details that I put on earlier, including the event description. And I'll click sign up now. And I can see the full calendar with all the dates that have time slots. Now, if all the time slots for a specific date have been sold out or is not available any longer, it'll be gray here and non-selectable. But in the meantime, anyone can click any of those dates, and they can see all the different time slots that are available for the date. They can see how many spaces are available. And let's go ahead and get some tickets for one of them. So let's say I'm a county resident. I'll select one right here, and now I'll click checkout. So let's say this is only available for the state, in this case it's North Carolina, and we want to ask them what county that they're a resident of when they're on the checkout page. Let's dive into that one right now. Okay, so I'm back here in the manager panel of our website. I can go ahead and click my event right here, and I will jump over to attendee questions. And we're going to ask attendee questions on checkout, and we're going to ask for attendee information. Name is required. We're also going to want the phone number and the email address of all the attendees. So if I buy 2 tickets, it's going to ask the name for both of those tickets. Now we'll ask for some specific attendee questions. So the first one will be, what county are you a resident of? And this is just an example of some functionality of SimpleTix. This is not something that you have to do at all. And I'll make this a required one, and I'll go over to settings. So by default, they would type it in, but we want to make it a little bit easier. What we'll do is we'll say it's a list of choices, and we'll give them a list of the counties right off the bat. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to paste in the full list of counties right here. Just paste them in just like that, and I'll click the import button down here, and that's going to make them all individual line items that somebody can select. And let's also ask maybe the date of birth as well too. Now, keep in mind, you'll have HIPAA compliance issues here they have to worry about. But if you'd like to ask a question, such as date of birth, I'll just give you an example of how to do it. And there we go. So I'll click on Save. And now those questions are saved. Now, one more thing. If somebody, if you only want to ask that county question based on a certain ticket type, this is kind of an advanced thing. I'll show you how to do that as well. So let's go back to the settings one right here for this. And what we're going to do is we're only going to ask it if they bought the resident or non-resident in this case, right? So what I'll do right now is I will say by default, it's for all ticket types. So I'll turn that off. And right now I'm going to say we're only going to ask it for non-county residents. Perfect. And now I'll click the Save button on the top of the page here. And I'll click Save. Awesome. Now let's test it out. So I'm back on the sign up page. I'll go ahead and select a date. And what I'll do right now is I will say I have 1 county resident and 1 non-county resident. And now I'll click Checkout. And we can see here we're asking for the buyer information, which is the top information right here. Now, if I bought 2 tickets, it's going to ask me for the names and phone numbers and email addresses and date of births for both. But the special thing here is for non-county residents, it's going to ask them what county that they're in. And they can choose what county they're in just like this. Now let me show you how to add donations if you'd like to do that too. All right, so I'm back here in the manager panel. I'll go to event times, and I can choose any event time. So I'll just choose the very first time right here. And what we're going to do is add a donation type here. So I'll click donation, and I would say donate to like local first responders fund, something like that. Okay, so that is now set. So what I'll do is I'll click the Save button up here. All right, back on my registration page, I'll click any event time. And I basically could get 1 county ticket. And if I want to donate to the first responders funds, I could totally do that right here. Let's give a $9 donation. And I can see here it adds it to the order total. So basically the registration for the COVID was completely free, but I was able to do a donation. And at this point, I can check out. SimpleTix is compatible with Square, Stripe, and PayPal and Authorize.net. So feel free to plug any of those into your account, and you're good to go. So thanks for watching this video today on how to set up an entire COVID vaccination site with SimpleTix. This is a great way of limiting crowd control and avoiding those long lines outside your site. All right, thanks a lot. Bye now.